Hey, hello everyone. The guest for today's podcast is Arif Khan. He has a total of 8 years of working experience in the consulting domain. And without further ado, let us hear it from him. And welcome, guys, to the Savik Show. Hey, hi Arif. How are you? कैसे हो आप?
Hello, sorry. I'm good. How are
Great,
you?
great, great. First of all, thanks a lot for finding some time from your busy schedule for this show that is the Savik show. And I think guys, like one brief about Arif is that Arif is a consultant who is having almost 8 years of experience in different consulting firms. So, like, yeah, maybe we can hear it from him. So, Arif, like, basically, who is Arif and how this entire journey happened from college days to these consulting firms? Can you please elaborate on it?
Okay, so thank you, first of all, sorry, for giving me this opportunity on your podcast
Absolutely,
so that
absolutely,
I
my
can
pleasure.
express my views and we together can pave some path for the new freshers. Okay, we can just enlighten them to continue their journey. So, yeah, basically asking about me. So, in one line, I'll say I'm just a curious soul trapped in a body of a commoner.
Okay.
Okay, so just because everyone is today, like most of the people I meet, like you and me, we all are hustling in our life, and we love to to hustle so that we can thrive better, we can grow better, and yeah, the journey has been full of ups and downs. Like not everyone is having some different kind of perks or different kind of extraordinary edge to be on the path on which to be at the destination at which we are right now. Okay,
Okay.
so the world notices you where you are, but no one knows the journey behind.
Hmm.
So
Right.
yes, so if you want, yeah, I can brief about it. But if you have questions about it, I can definitely
Uh,
go ahead. Yeah.
so basically, not so typical questions, but like I just want to know that you have used many, good terms and creativities in your briefing. So, is there any relation between you and creativity? Are you an artist anyhow?
Uh, I will say I have this artistic soul.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
not a certified artist, I will say, but
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I love things to see in an artistic view
So, Arif, one
because
thing, can you
I
please hold your mic a bit closer because it is.
yes
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I love to
Please.
see things in an artistic way.
Okay.
Like people see things and people just see whatever there is in front, but
Hmm.
I love to see the behind. Like if someone is smiling, so I'll not say the person is smiling, I'll say how much pain that person have that is he smiling so much. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
the view. That is a different kind of view
Mm-hmm.
every person have. Yeah, and I do have a little bit of writing thing, like writing skill, and I do some poetry as well. So I am into like in my free time, in my leisure time, I used to channelize my free time in writing, in
Okay.
basically in poetry, and also yeah, I am very fond of music, so I
Okay.
love to hear and sometimes yeah,
So,
I try to sing, but it's okay.
okay. So, are we going to hear your poetry now or later words? Afterwards.
Maybe later.
Okay.
First,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. But surely we'll be like hearing it. So,
yes,
Arif,
yes.
okay, okay. Like this was your personal front. Maybe if we go to professional front, so like from where did you complete your education and what was like? Are you from pharmacy or biotech? Can you please brief onto your education also?
Yes, yes. So I am a biotech professional.
Okay.
I did my MTech in biotechnology from
Okay.
Velo Institute of Technology,
Okay.
and later on I got placed from my college itself.
Okay.
So I went into you can say it was a scientific journal firm, scientific conferences and scientific journals publishing firm.
Okay.
So where I was working as a researcher, and like basically it was into secondary research.
Okay.
So yes, and at that time, actually, if you are also from the like talking about one decade back, you also maybe very much aware of the situation. Like at that time, people were very much convinced about biotechnology.
Hmm.
Okay, so but from the life science background, I'll say like there was not so much of like good and very like demanding packages or demanding placements at that
Right.
time.
Right.
So yes, so we were like creating our own path, like finding our own way to establish ourselves in any better company or any better organization.
Hmm.
So in that way, yeah, in that way, I got a placement in one of the company in Hyderabad, and there I was working as a secondary researcher. And then working through that, we came to know about market research industry and market research companies, from where I started giving interviews in different companies in Hyderabad as well as in surrounding cities.
Okay.
So I found a job in market research in one of the company in Pune,
Hmm.
and then the journey is still going on, like from
Yeah.
market research to management consulting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Arif, like, why biotechnology? Like, what poked you at that time to choose this field?
Okay, so the thing is, being a life science student in my 12th, like at
Okay.
our 10th and 12th, there was like if you go a decade back,
Hmm.
okay, a decade back, or you can say in the era of 2008, 2007, I'll
Mm-hmm.
not say era, but yeah, at that
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
yeah, of 2006, 2007, 2008. So we were not having much option, and at that time, these fields were we can say growing, like pharmacology or biotechnology.
Hmm.
Like people were getting taking risk and getting into this, and like they were having the belief like in the coming time, in the coming days, in the coming years, we will have a very good future in
Yeah.
biotechnology. So
Okay.
apart from medical, like apart from being a MBBS or apart from being a
So did you
doctor,
try
which
for that also?
yes, definitely a life science student will. It's
Wait.
like a mecca for every life science student to try for MBBS. Okay,
Hmm.
so we did that, and
I think this
once
story
we
is very like similar to everyone. Every even every person I have brought to this podcast, they were on the same line. That they have tried
yes.
for NET, then somehow it didn't happen, and then they went to this.
So when I tried, so it was not neat. It was only CBSE PMT, what we call
Okay.
is All India PMT exam,
AIPMT.
and there was AIPMT, and there was one state PMT of UP.
Hmm.
So that is CPMT. So only, and there were more college exams like AMU and AIMS and different colleges.
Okay.
So yeah, and it was really tough at that time, and the seats were very limited, very limited in
Hmm.
medical MBBS. So as soon as we got the option of biotechnology, so we saw a ray of hope, a ray of light coming towards ourselves, that we have like even a medical student have a better career ahead. So
Yeah.
thinking in that way, I joined like a biotech
Okay.
field.
So it was
Yeah.
most of a like by listening your story, we can assume or we can judge that it was more of a not by luck, a choice which is not by luck, but it was choice by like you made a firm decision that okay, if not need, if not medical, then for sure biotech.
Yes, for sure, for
Okay,
sure.
okay. So like if a student is hearing this who is now maybe in his grade 11th or 12th, so should you will you recommend them to go for biotech at this point of time into that
At this
standing in
point of
2023?
yes, so I am talking about the time when I entered into it. It's 2007, 2008.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that time, I think the India was, I will say, totally in a different
Zone.
zone. Yeah,
Hmm.
it was not. And in the last decade, we have seen the transition. That was something a revolutionary transition in
Hmm.
each and every field. Whether we talk about technology, whether we talk about life science, healthcare. So right now, we as a like as a India as a country have such a better technology in each and every field. We are so much equipped we are so much advanced that even in the field of biotechnology, we are working on recombinant DNA technology, which we used to study in the books, and we used to wonder how we transfer a gene from one organ to one organism to another. So
Yeah.
that was a
Miracle
thing
at that
like,
time. Like,
yeah, miracle at that
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Now it's a very common thing. Every other pharmaceutical company are preparing drugs based on
This
RDT,
recommend. Yeah.
recombinant DNA technology. Okay, so right now, definitely, if you are making a choice to go with the biotechnology or biomedical sciences or pharmacology, it's a way better option than MBBS. If you are not sure and if you are like impatient like me, okay, like MBBS is a very long and a tiring journey. Anyhow, it pays a lot after once you complete it successfully, but it's a long journey. It demands very much effort because you are next to God for the patient.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, for the patient. So if you are not sure, if you are not that confident, then you will prove yourself in an ethical way in MBBS, like to be a very promising doctor. Please opt for these fields. You have a very bright future. Okay.
Okay, 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 okay. So now, Arif, let us come to your core profession right now, that is consulting. So
Yeah.
how this enter, as you said that you were placed from your campus only, right? So can you please enlighten us with like what are the steps or a candidate, what should a candidate follow? What are the things they should do so that they can get a campus placement from this like from biotechnology field and then into this medical writing, all those secondary research that you have mentioned. What are the steps they need to follow? Yeah, over to you.
Okay. So for being placed, I think in India, I consider most of the colleges right now, like 75 to 85% colleges are efficient enough to place their life science student, whether you belong to biotech or whether you belong to a simple life science stream. The colleges are efficient enough right now to place you in a company. I will not say a top company, but a well-doing
Decent
company,
company,
average,
yeah.
yeah, decent company, and will give you an average package.
Okay.
Okay, at that time, I believe at that time, if I'm allowed to mention packages here, okay,
Maybe let us keep it. Let us
okay,
we'll hide it. Let us
okay,
not do it. But maybe like on an average, we can give a scale.
okay. So
Yeah.
maybe at that time,
Maybe we can
even
mention it
below
like this way, like how many nanos you can buy with that package.
nano.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, simply if I'll give a scale like average package at that time, like 10 years back when I got placed like in 2014. So at that time, average package was around 3 to 6 lakh. Okay, in
Okay. Matlab
between
five
that, it was
nanos.
yeah, it was roaming between that. But now everything has like the standard has extended. Like it is it's rise from that level. We can see the rise from that level, and yeah. So if you are in a what I was saying, like if you are in a better college, in a good college, so that college is will definitely guide you towards the placement, or will also are capable enough now to give you a placement in a good company, which where you can learn basic skills, and you can then further thrive in your own way. You can further grow. You can with your own efforts, you can make your own way. But
Okay.
that what I'll say that even at that time the struggle was more. Now it's less. It has diminished a lot, and it has been more convenient now to be in a company directly after a college as a fresher.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, what are the focus areas that a student should focus so that they can enter this field to be a
So
consultant, to become a consultant? What are the pieces of skills? What are the skill sets or the technical or ethical, whatever it is? What do they require to enter this consulting domain?
okay. So we are only talking about life science student, right?
Yes, yes. Let us focus on life science only right now. Yeah.
Or a healthcare domain.
Healthcare domain. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
So when we come out of college, we are actually very naive. We don't know
Hmm.
anything about a corporate or professional world. So first thing, like we don't get such training in colleges, which I felt
Hmm.
deprived of. Like MS Office is the very essential tool which we should learn in college itself.
Okay.
Okay, we only learn. Word document to create our projects, and we don't know any single formula, like very
For
basic
Excel,
formula
yeah.
other than our Excel formulas, or we know only basics of PPT presentation just to present our projects. That's it.
Right.
But even in colleges, we can learn like MS Office. We can get online coaching. We can do offline classes. We can go for Excel trainings, advanced Excel courses. If we are doing this, so definitely if a company is, if we are setting in a off-campus placement or on-campus placement, we will definitely do better than 50% of the students sitting there, because we have that skill, like extra skill set. Okay,
Okay.
so every company, I guess, I believe, is looking for something extraordinary in you. Okay, so apart from your college, like what you have learned, so that tells your IQ. What company asks about your project, they don't have any interest in your project, what you did, bro, in MTech. Okay, but they are more like interested how you will perform in their company.
Yeah.
Okay, how much is your IQ level, how much prompt you are, or how much impulsiveness you have in your work. So that things matter for them, and they want to see that. So if you are giving something extra, like to them, definitely you will be the choice.
Okay. Okay. So Arif, like the question that comes to my mind right now is, जैसे अभी ना एक वो चला हुआ है, ट्रेंड चला हुआ है, लाइक एवरी वन इज ट्राइंग टू लर्न, इवन पीपल फ्रॉम हेल्थ केयर बैकग्राउंड टू एंटर दिस कंसल्टिंग फर्म्स, दे आर लर्निंग पाइथन, सीक्वल, टैब्ल्यू एंड व्हाट नॉट, राइट? सो व्हाट इज योर थॉट ऑन दिस, कि इतना सब कुछ चाहिए कि बेसिक एक्सेल इज एनफ एटलीस्ट एट द बिगिनर लेवल?
At the beginner level, Excel is, I think, enough. First, let's talk about ourselves, how we started.
ओके.
You tell me, like when once you came out of college, what was your first company? Whether it was an MNC,
नो, इट वाज अ स्टार्टअप,
was
डेफिनेटली.
it was a startup.
या.
Okay, so startup is something which is really it's like a theater artist, you know, like we can very in a very general way we can categorize a scene cinema. If we see any actor, like he's a theater artist, he is a kid artist, kid like born kid of any actor. Okay, so in that way, startup actually grooms you.
यस.
Okay,
राइट.
and I don't think only and unless you are from a very but very good college or A level college, or you will get first company as an MNC to enter. Okay, because being a life science student, most of the people I have seen, they have started from a startup company, a small company, and then from after 3 or 4 years of experience, they have moved into a MNC.
या. या.
Okay, so that's what. So when you go to the startup, definitely they are going to teach you each and everything. Everything you will learn from scratch. First of all, you will learn basic corporate behaviors. Okay, how to be like how to like fresher is very much, as I said, they are very naive and they are not at all aware of a corporate thing. So when they enter the corporate world, it's very like a newborn entering into this world. So we see so many people sitting behind the desk, what they're doing. We are curious. So everything our TL, our managers guide us, and they will only inculcate what is the basic thing we need to start. And I think the basic thing, what I already told, is the knowledge of MS Office suite. The MS Office suite in itself is a complete package for a fresher as a very good learning guide. You will learn Office, MS Office. You will learn Excel, Word document, PPT. I think that's a good start.
So like Arif, like as we know, again the question that is coming to my mind is, जैसे आजकल बहुत ट्रेंड चला है ना, द गुरुज आर देयर, ऑल फेक गुरुज, भाई आ जाओ 2 मिनट में 1 घंटे में सिखा देंगे, फ्री वेबिनार, राइट? इंस्टाग्राम खोलो तो यू विल गेट दैट ओनली, है ना? इवन क्या होता है, द प्रोसेस इज लाइक दे विल say that free webinar, you enter that, then they will show the packages कि you can join our course. And so do you believe कि ये सब चाहिए कि YouTube is enough to teach you anything at this moment of time?
At this moment of time, I think I think YouTube is enough. if you want to start actually, if you need a start, because once you are entering in an organization, you will see what you are lacking
Hmm.
into, what you are lacking behind, and then you will try to gather knowledge about it. Okay.
Okay.
For instance, when we were into market research at that time, so the market engineering, that is ME sheet, we used to build up. So that was a very complicated process at that time, like complex thing, like how to build a ME or market engineering sheet
Hmm.
based on a CAGR or based on the sales of companies, everything. So once we learned the process, like we need to go to the annual reports of different companies, we grab information from there, like their sales or their CAGRs, and based on those historical sales or historical CAGRs, we derive the future sales, future CAGR, and based on that, we build up a model of market engineering, what we call ME sheet. So that's what we learn in the organization itself. We didn't went prepared there. Okay,
Hmm.
we went blank.
Wouldn't blame.
We
Right.
went just as a fresher. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I think the company will
Give you training.
teach you, yeah, it will give you training and
Hmm.
you will learn those things. But yeah, be ready in the first 3 years, be ready to grind yourself, be ready to burn midnight oils,
Yeah.
because you will definitely, you have to you have to prove your metal before being established in the industry. So
Hmm.
I think first 3 years you don't need to take rest. You just have to work, work, and work. Whatever the company asks, you have to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So since we have logged a lot about startup and MNCs, so I think if I'm not wrong, please correct me. So we can conclude what from this discussion is like in the starting of your career, you should enter startup. Startup is like the hostel of a student. If we talk about corporate, startup is like the hostel of a corporate, right?
What?
सो
Yes.
मतलब आपको
Exactly.
ज़िंदगी पूरा वो जो 3 साल या 2 साल आप स्पेंड करोगे इनिशियल पार्ट ऑफ योर करियर दे विल बूस्ट यू एंड गिव यू द रॉकेट थ्रैश राइट देन यू कैन जस्ट like fly off from that place and then you can
Yes.
join
Yes.
MNC. So can we
Yeah.
conclude it this way that everyone should try to taste startup in the initial part of their career, then after 3 to 4 years they can move to MNCs.
Definitely. I
Okay.
think this is the correct way, because as I already gave one example, I know that is not that relevant, but you can learn. Like a theater artist, as we see, we can see the amount of effort they are putting into their work.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
but artist like a star who is a star kid, like even they are doing better. I'm not saying they are not doing good.
Yeah,
They are
yeah,
doing
absolutely.
excellent. But that curation in their work, okay, that theater artists have that curation. Like they are like attention to details. What we learn, they
Hmm.
do that thing. So these startup will be like, they will tell you each and every. They will point out your mistakes. You will not like it, but I think that is really important in the starting time. Not in the starting time. I think you should have a critic at each and every stage of your career, each and every stage of your life, to tell you what is not perfect in your work or what is not perfect in your life. Because once no one, according to me, I don't think no one is completely learned or no one is completely contented. Like anyone can say, like I have attained everything now and I am the master. No, I never consider this as truth. As we know, like a very common quote from Steve Jobs, like stay hungry and stay foolish. So that kind of a person is saying these words.
Hmm.
Okay, Steve Jobs, like based on whose technology we all are talking to each other right now.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So how can we are just a small molecule in front of him, can think कि we have achieved a lot. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
yes,
Okay. Okay. So like Arif, coming to again a bit of personal front, is Arif spiritual?
yeah,
Okay. So
it's
do you want
yes.
to elaborate? Maybe some example or meditation or क्या करते हो आप spiritually anything so that it can also enlighten us. And what is your entire thought process on this spirituality?
Spirituality in terms of what you are asking, like
Normally,
based on
normally,
my
like क्या होता है like according to you what is spirituality and like what are the like maybe like what do you do in a regular basis to keep to keep you motivated and to keep you like going, as we know that life is not a bed of roses, right? And there should be someone that who is our go-to person. right? कभी कभी क्या होता है, if you just sit and like sit in front of someone whom you believe is the ultimate power, and maybe you can gain your confidence or gain your everything back, right? And every day you must spend 2 to 3 minutes, that I do believe. So what is your entire thought
Definitely.
on this? Yeah.
Yeah, so as for me, spirituality is like first and foremost, I'll say, being loyal to myself.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
what I'm doing when I'm alone in the room,
Hmm.
that is the most important
When
thing
there is no
for me.
camera around.
When there is no camera, no one around, okay, I am that person who I want to be, who I want to see in others or not.
Hmm.
Whether the principle which I'm talking about is applicable in my life or not.
Hmm.
Okay, the ethics I'm talking about is applicable in my life or not.
The charity begins at
So
home.
that is the yes. So that is the first thing, and the other thing, what the basic learnings we get from all the religions. That is the very basic things I'll say. See your parents, trust your God, trust the process,
Okay.
okay, and do things which keep you healthy mentally, your family healthy, okay, and your
Hmm.
work process healthy. That's it,
Okay. That's it.
okay.
Okay.
And yeah, to be honest in your entire journey, that is the very important thing I follow. Like I cannot be ethically wrong in any way. Like
Hmm.
ethics matter a lot for me. Like if I will do something wrong, that thing will sit at the back of my head. Like I
Hmm.
cannot sleep at that night until unless I can tell the person that dude,
That I
I
have
this,
done this
I
thing.
messed up this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I messed up this thing.
Okay. So
Okay,
I
so
yeah. Please continue.
yeah, so this is the thing. And apart from that, to keep your mental level
Hmm.
better, we can do some light exercise. Like as I am not a gym person, but I try to keep myself fit.
Hmm.
Okay, like I am in my 30s, so I try to keep myself like I go for running for some time in the morning.
Okay. Great.
Okay, some exercise at home as well
Okay.
to keep myself mentally balanced. Okay, and to start my day well.
Okay. 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 So like maybe again we're coming back to professional one. So Arif, like there are
Yeah.
two things which I always believe that you are having almost 8 9 years of experience in the consulting room, right? And so if I talk about like how many companies you have switched in between, maybe 4 to 5, if I'm not wrong. So like what is your take on this? Key, like should one person stay at a single company for a longer time? Will that be a good decision, or a person like who is keeping on switching after 2 to 3 years will be a good decision?
Okay. I hope you will not be promoting this video to our WNS managers. Okay.
No, no, absolutely. Yeah.
Because
No hard feelings
see,
on that. Yeah.
being honest, for a fresher, I'll not recommend to stay over for a longer time in a company because see, every new company have new challenges for you and new skill set to learn.
So again,
Okay.
like I'll just give a caveat over here. So this video is
Yeah.
not related to anyone, any company or anything. This is just a personal opinion. Okay.
No, no, no. I was just kidding on that
No, no.
point.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the thing is,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah. But the thing is, I will not recommend a fresher to stay over for a longer time in a company, because I think like even for me, it has not been too long in the industry. Like it has been just 8 or 9 years, and we have a very long way to go. As I see my managers in my company, and I really look forward to them because they have given a good amount of time in the company, and they are really doing good, mentoring multiple teams at a time, and being mentally present at each and everywhere. Okay, sitting at their home, so they are actually really doing good in that way. So but they have not achieved it in their initial years. Now they have
Hmm.
given a good amount of time, like 10 years, 12 years,
They've earned
15
that
years,
trust.
then they have earned that trust. So definitely, even my point is, being a fresher, learn things in one company. When you see like the company is what the company had to offer, you have already gained all the knowledge for your personal and your professional growth. You can you can move further for learning new skill set for more challenging work. If you don't find your current work like that challenging anymore. Okay, so for fresher, I will not recommend to stay for a very long period in one company. But
Okay.
yeah, even stability is one thing which is important. Like if you go to other company, the recruiter will see how much time you have given in your older company.
Hmm.
Okay, so I think the good amount of time, like 2 to 3 years, you can
Okay.
stay in one company as a fresher, and then you can move forward, look forward
Okay.
for
Okay.
better opportunities. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
like there is one law. I am not like remembering the name of that law, but it suggests that ki at the end of your career, ठीक है, if there are two consultant, so it goes like this way. If there are two people who are from the same domain, and one is staying at a single company for a longer period of time, ठीक है, let's say for a period of 20 years, and the other person has changed 10 companies in these 20 years, let's say. So this law suggests that at the end of 20 years they will be almost earning the similar amount of money. I don't know how, and I don't know how is this like solely related and how is this justified. But do you think that money will be also similar at the end of 20 years? If one
Okay.
person giving 20 years to single firm and another person giving 20 years to 10 different firms.
Okay. So I'll ask very one basic question to you. Okay. You see a government teacher, right? What do you think at how much salary they retire?
They do retire with a good amount, I believe. Yeah.
They will never earn 5 lakh a month, dude.
No,
Never.
no, absolutely. Right.
Okay.
Hmm.
I know a principal of a government college. She earned 2,25,000, and she is about to retire.
Okay.
So, do you think we at this time in this year, our journey ends at 2.25 lakh per month?
No, no, definitely not, I think.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So,
Yeah.
this is the perk. This is the perk of private job, first of all. Okay, and this is the perk of like you think the growth. You think in that way, like the growth. If you are switching a company, is compounded. It's not simple interest. Okay,
Hmm.
it's compounded.
Okay.
But if you are staying back, I think it's not what you call that geometric progression and another one other
Sounds wrong.
arithmetic progression.
Okay.
So that will go in a very slow pace. I was not aware of this concept which you told just now. Like after 20 years, they are at the same salary. But I think like people who are in the government job retire at a very nominal amount, which a IT guy today, most of the IT guy, like not all, but few of the IT guy, start the career with.
Hmm.
Do you believe? Like, do you agree with this? Okay, do you definitely the person who is getting placed at Google, for instance, if he's
Absolutely,
getting
absolutely. But
he's getting a paid of
okay.
45.
Hmm.
Okay,
So have
so
you tried for government jobs anyhow? Because कभी कभी when you see these
no, I
layoffs ना, माइंड में आता है कि गवर्नमेंट जॉब इज मोर स्टेबल, अगर कम पैसा मिले बट सिक्योर्ड हो. सो लाइक व्हाट इज योर एंटायर टॉक टेक ऑन दिस गवर्नमेंट वर्सेस प्राइवेट वन?
my entire take. If you ask, I was never interested in government job. I never tried. Even my father was a government employee. He
ओके.
served his entire journey as a food corporation of India. So
अच्छा.
and he wanted me to be there, but as I already said, like I am not the person who settles at one place. So that is the thing. Like activists will never settles anywhere. So government job will definitely allow you when you will see in terms of job security, but I don't think there is any other perk than job security in that. Any other. Because you can do 10 times better in a private job at your own will. You are the master of your own will. You know you have to work. You know you don't have to work. You have to freelance now. You know you have to close. You are closed today. You will not work. You will work from tomorrow. So it's completely in your hand. Okay. And in government, I don't think these are the perks. Only I can see that job security point, which we already discussed. Apart from that, I don't find it like
Okay.
worthy in today's generation. Okay.
Okay, okay, ठीक है. So, Arif, one thing now, after the COVID era, there was this scenario going on that work from home, work from office, hybrid. So, what is your entire thought process on this? Like, ये सब जो चल रहा थे, was it fine? Like, should an employee be given the freedom to work from anywhere, or should it like it should be mandatory to come to the office? So what is your take on this?
I think after the COVID era, once we started recovering from it, India as well as the global industry saw a rise, a very good rise in the annual growth in each and every company. They witnessed a growth which was much better before COVID era. Okay, so I think every company learned from it. Like coming to office and sitting on the desk is not mandatory. The work never stopped even during the COVID in 2021, in 2022. Every company was getting the project, every company employees were working. Okay, there were some distraction in the field of sales or people who are in the field work or
Hmm.
field jobs. So at that time, or in the logistics, there were too much of disturbance. Okay, in the aviation department, there were too much of disturbance. So apart from few of the industries, I don't think COVID hampered, but COVID made us learn a very new, or in an innovative way of working, that is in a hybrid mode or work from home. Because that even built a trust on the employee, employer trust on employee.
Hmm.
Like yeah,
Both
like the
ways.
employees, yeah, it was mutually benefiting employer as well as the employee, and employee were giving ample amount of time to their family, which was really a new thing because everybody stay away from their home to work, just for work. Sorry. So I think COVID has proved in this area. COVID has proved very fruitful to make this work from home and hybrid model actually working in a practical way. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that is very beneficial and very fruitful, and every company has witnessed its benefits.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like again, keeping that thing in mind, so do you believe that an employee should be having a perfect work-life balance, or he should always be struggling, to earn more and more? Like so simple. One thing is work-life balance important, and the
Yes.
other question which is coming to my mind is according to that again, that what is your take on side hustles? So maybe we can take on these two questions separately. First of all,
Okay.
is work-life balance important? And how much important for you is work life balance according to your personal opinion, and then maybe we can talk a bit about side hustles also.
Okay. So I was listening on a speech of Jack Ma. We all
Okay.
know Jack Ma, right? Alibaba
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
founder. So he told us, he was telling, like, actually at what age you should be doing what thing in your work, in your professional career.
Okay.
Okay, like, so I'm not quoting his text, but I am just telling in my experience also, like work-life balance is important, but for me as a person, not in your 40, below when you are below 40. Work-life balance is important once you are having a well-settled family, a child to look around. Okay, and when you are having much more bigger responsibilities on your head,
Okay.
so that you can manage both in a very good way. So in that way, work-life balance is important. But I will not say in the first 10 year of your company, sorry, in your career,
Hmm.
the work-life balance matters
Matters.
too much.
Hmm.
Yeah, because if you are starting your career at the age of 25, we are young enough to thrive for another 10 years, not 10
Hmm.
years but 15 years, like till
Hmm.
40. We can do we
Hmm.
can do anything, whatever it takes to be in a better position. Okay, so I think work-life balance comes into action when we have given a decade to our career, to the industry, and we and our brain actually need some rest. Like it has been a very tiring decade,
Okay.
and now let's settle with something which can boost our energy, which can enhance our mood, as well as along with the work, we can also look around for our loved ones. So I think at that time, work-life balance really matter, but not in your initial stage. If you are a fresher, do not think about work-life balance. Okay.
ओके. तो लाइक
Yeah.
हम सारा कुछ प्रेशर जो है वो फ्रेशर के ऊपर ही डाल रहे हैं, राइट? इनिशियल डेज में तुम्हें मेहनत करनी ही पड़ेगी.
इनिशियल डेज में डेफिनेटली करनी पड़ेगी, बिकॉज सी आपको भी पता है, मुझे भी पता है कि वंस वी आर ग्रोइंग ओल्ड इन द इंडस्ट्री, एवरीवन बिकम ऑब्सोलीट. Okay,
Hmm.
everything become obsolete, technology become obsolete, devices become obsolete, even human become obsolete. Okay,
Yeah.
so this
Again,
is
the
the time.
product life cycle curve comes.
Yes, yes, yes. The product life cycle curve, when this is your log phase starting.
Yeah.
The lag phase was your school and colleges. Okay. The log phase is your productive phase when you started your work journey, when you are starting your career. So I think most of the people among us start generally at 25 or
Hmm.
24 or 26.
Hmm.
So definitely the next 15 years you don't think about taking rest. Okay, you can take rest, like you can take holidays, you can go for some like trips, make trips with your family, but don't think in that way like now you have to go back to your home and you will work from there and you will not compromise in any situation with any company. No,
Hmm.
it's not the case. Please. Okay, so
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
So, and what is your take on side hustles? Should we like have a single source of income, or should we
No,
generate
no, no.
multiple sources of income?
Single source of income, again I'll say that has already been obsolete. Okay,
Okay.
because as we witnessed our parents. Okay, like I don't know about others, but I witnessed in my family my father was only source of income. Okay, and touchwood, he was doing good, he did very well. Okay, but now that is not the time. Okay, now the time is one source of income is just you are one step away from poverty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, one step away from poverty means as the COVID happened, like we were fortunate enough, to, again touch wood, that we didn't lose our jobs, but many of our friends, many of our knowns have lost their jobs in COVID, and they were like posting on LinkedIn's like, please give us some position. We want to resume our work in that way. So I think the side hustle has really became an essential thing right in today's world, because we are a millennial generation, and now we are seeing the youngsters who are like coming from schools or colleges. They are doing like fantastic in these side hustles. If you will see, all the most of the YouTubers are in their 18s, 20, they are teens.
Hmm.
Okay, they are below 25, not even like our time was different. Like our
Hmm.
time was we just have to focus on our job and our career, but now this is not the time. Okay, no, this is not the time. Side hustles are really proving like we are in the middle now, because the older generation has retired, they did their work and they given us the responsibility to take it forward. But the younger generation is taking multiple side hustles together and they are doing
Great.
absolutely like
Yeah.
stunning. Yeah,
Yeah.
stunning. If you see the multiple YouTubers, they are earning what we can't even think of.
Hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely. तभी तो शुरू
Yes,
किया YouTube channel.
yes.
Yeah.
So do any side hustle, just try to monetize it, and the one source of income is not permissible in today's time. That's what I want to say.
So, what are the different side hustles that you can like share with our audience so that they can try upon? What are the like different side according to you? What should be the different side hustles?
So considering in mind, if I am advising a fresher, you need not to focus on side hustle. First, you have to establish yourself in the industry,
Hmm.
build up your career.
Again, yeah.
Okay, and then only after giving 5 or 10 year, think of side hustles. Okay, when you think your job is stable now and you are on track and you have gained enough skills to feed you like food and fodder. So that is, I think, then you can think of side hustles. But who are already in the industry, so right now, the best side hustle which we are witnessing is this podcast.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, so one thing, and apart from that, we are seeing like there are multiple sites which on which I work. Like one of the site was Upwork. Okay, so we can find some small short-time jobs there, like of content writing or anything related to your work, what you were doing. For instance, if you are into market research, so you can give them company profiling. You can ask for company profiling or some company mapping job. You can look for such kind of work which is relevant to your, which you know, which you are aware of. Okay, and which you can actually do. And Upwork is also, I think, that is also outdated now. There are many with the introduction of AI, now there are 10 and like hundreds of such type of side hustle sites or side hustle suggestions which you can find. Okay,
Hmm.
so most of the people are going with this YouTube, or like as you are also doing giving some courses on LinkedIn. So
Yeah.
that is something in the field of education, so that is also very good.
Hmm.
So these are the actually some good side hustles which we can think of.
Hmm.
Okay, and there are many more, but I don't think that is really necessary while moving parallelly with your job.
Okay.
Okay, because you have to maintain your career as well.
Okay. So as
Okay.
we have talked about AI also, so should a
Yes.
consultant fear about losing his or her job
Not
during
at all.
this AI era or what?
Not at all. See,
Okay.
a consultant, an analyst is a term. A consultant and an analyst is a term given based on like what do you mean by consultant? Who consult? AI will never consult you. Okay,
Hmm.
he will give the conclusion. Yeah, sorry, not he. It will give the conclusion. Okay,
Okay.
it will not. It will never consult anyone. AI. So see, there are. I think AI can only answer. There are many jobs which AI can replace, but even AI have an answer. How many job it cannot replace? Okay.
Okay.
So if you are having some internal skill in you, for instance, if you are a singer, or if you are a writer, or if you are a lawyer, AI will never replace you.
Hmm.
Okay. AI can't do anything. Even in our field, we are working as a epidemiology analyst. You tell me, we have tested AI for our work. Okay. And it acted really, I will not say dumb, because AI के साथ emotions है अभी people के लोगों के, but it didn't prove itself 100%, because
Absolutely.
we rely on knowledge based on sources. We validate what we put in our reports. AI was not able to give a single source to a text what it's quoting.
Hmm. Right.
Okay, so it's not at all helpful to us in our work.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
how it can replace a consultant? It can't.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and being a consultant and being an analyst, I think there is always some manual curation needed in each and every work. A manual curation, or in a very basic language, I'll say, एक जो देसी
The
तड़का जो लगता है ना,
human touch.
yeah, human touch. Like even in the food, a machine can cook food for you. Okay, but that will a very like plain food until unless you will add your own masala in that.
Hmm.
Okay,
Right. I think you have put
yeah,
it like a very beautiful way.
yeah.
So, uh,
So
may- maybe we can
that
put it like this way that AI single-handedly cannot do anything, and maybe a human also single-handedly
cannot
can
do.
do many things but cannot do the complete thing. But a human with AI can do
With
wonders.
yes, a job can be AI operator
Hmm.
that can replace a person, but not AI can replace a person.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Okay. Great. Great. So yeah, so
yes,
I think we have like spent a good amount of time. मुझे सच में time का आज पता नहीं चला. After this prolonged discussion, कैसे like we have almost spent more than 1 hour till now. So maybe we can just go back to your personal front again, and maybe we talk a bit about that shairi part, and then maybe we can conclude. And again, like so, I just want to thank you for finding out some time, and even in future, like if we need you, and if you yourself want to share something with us, then you are most welcome. I am just a message away. So yeah, Arif, coming back to your shairi part, maybe we can hear something from you right now if you are fine with this.
see, so as we are here to motivate our fresher,
Yeah.
so I will just say two lines like, हर किसी को मुकम्मल जहां नहीं मिलता, किसी को जमीन किसी को आसमान नहीं मिलता. Okay,
Okay.
so we are in the same like line as I can see most of the people who belong to a millennial generation. They have actually seen the struggle. They
Hmm.
have actually carved their own way out of everything. Okay, to be in the current position what they are into right now.
Hmm.
Okay, so when you see today's LinkedIn, when you see seniors, you will see they have their own story, like from which background they are coming. and
Yeah.
everybody has faced a lot in their life.
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
everybody has faced a lot in their life.
Right.
So even talking about market research and management consulting at the time when we ended our college, I think that was the time when it was growing in India. It was a subject in MBA, market
Hmm.
research. Okay,
Hmm.
it is a subject in MBA. So even a good market research company in India flourished at the time of 2008, 2009, 2010.
Hmm.
Like if
Agree.
I'll name some, it's like Nielsen was there in this industry, and markets were there, and Ipsos was there. So all these companies were growing, and we were just seeking opportunities at that time. We were seeking when we came out of college. So we were seeking opportunities like where we can knock and where we can enter, apart from going for higher studies or PhD or something like that. Okay, so
Right.
that is what we learned. Like always build your own path.
Hmm.
Don't follow what you
The
say, like,
traditional or the conventional
yeah,
one.
that conventional way.
Yeah.
Okay, like you will enjoy that conventional thing, but not for a longer time.
Okay. So
Okay,
again,
not
with
for,
that, there was this line by some big poet, and always take the road which is less traveled by, maybe, or which is
yes,
less worked by. Yeah.
exactly, because we have seen now we have seen the transition, how everything was being built at that time, and now everything has been built and it's ready to be served to the coming generation, to the
Hmm.
fresher. Okay, so
Yeah.
we have seen that building a process, and we have gone through it, and we were moving parallelly with it. So we have faced a lot more amount of struggle at that time.
Okay.
Being a life science student, I'm talking about,
Yeah.
not
Okay.
of
Yeah.
other industry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being a,
Absolutely. So the podcast is mainly this healthy about this healthcare industry only.
yeah. So healthcare was like, what was the option we had after our masters? Like 90% of people suggested go for MS, go for PhD, go abroad. But
Hmm.
suppose you want to first improve your financial things at your home.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, for your own personal like interest. If you want to build up a good financial for you, for yourself, a bank account for yourself, and you are eager to work and you are eager to earn for you and your for your family, will you go for a MS or PhD in UK or in Canada? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So people are definitely, they go for MS, and then they land in a very good position, in a very good job as a professor or a lecturer, or very good thing. But
Hmm.
not everyone have that much amount of time.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So anything, Arif, like from your side, do you want to ask anything or do you want to share anything? Because I think I have asked many questions and you have answered everything beautifully and to the point. The audience will surely love this podcast. So yeah, Arif, anything from your side? Is there anything you want to ask or is there anything you want to share?
I just want to see. I don't have anything to ask, because what the work you are doing is all visible to all of us, and it's really good. You,
Thank you.
even I am seeing you since last I will say like 1.5 year and 2 year, and you are also being a similar kind of guy, creating your own way. Like one step at a time is a very important thing. Okay,
Yeah,
one step at a time, and we should believe the process.
absolutely. Trust
Okay,
the process.
we
Yeah.
should trust the process.
And never give
So
up.
yes,
Because
never give up, because once, like today's generation, what I want to suggest is very much I can see like they are impatient, and they are like very much like what to say, like impulsive will not be the right word, but still, like they don't if they are not finding it something fruitful, they will just jump to next thing or another thing. But this should not be the case.
hmm.
Like I'll say, like give some time.
Hmm.
Okay, give some time to the process, and definitely you will get something rewarding from out of
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
ठीक है Arif, I think thanks a lot for your time. So like we have consumed your 1 hour. So
Yeah.
so thanks a lot Arif, and I think this with this like we can end this podcast. So again, yeah, in the future if you feel like there is something to share, please feel free. And if we want you back, so please promise us that you will come back and again, like interact with us in the future time.
Definitely, I will come, because see, whatever I said is my opinion. I will never say it's correct. or it's the only thing that should be followed. It's my
Absolutely.
opinion.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
So there can be people who agree to it. There can be people who disagree.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
like the same
So
thing, people can hate you or love you, they cannot ignore you.
they can't ignore us, and definitely we as a generation of 90s kid have too much to offer to today's
Absolutely,
generation.
yes.
Okay, we have too much to offer to today's generation, and also as I said, I do see people, I look forward to people who are doing good and they are older than us, so that set an example for me. And even if we can set at least
Hmm.
5% of that example to our younger generation, I
Hmm.
think that people that will definitely help the younger people to do better in their career.
Absolutely.
Okay.
तो इसका like एक line भी है, like whenever you went to go to a corporate, try to find a senior who can help you and in different things, and when you become the senior, be like try to become that senior who helps his junior in the most possible way. Right?
Definitely,
Yeah.
because see, even we belong to the same organization and we see our managers. So what I think, like they are working as a superwoman, like they
Yeah.
are having a family, they are having kids,
Yes.
and they are doing fantastic in their jobs.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
so keeping up to date with even
Everything.
they are,
Yes.
yeah, they are elder than us also, and the generation which they are mentoring is like there is a generation gap between
Yeah.
them and the
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but still they are keeping themselves very up to date and upgraded, which I find really, really like amazing thing
Hmm.
to be honest, and I really respect that a lot.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I respect that thing a lot. But even like if the youth look at them in that way, if the youth see them as their idols, so definitely they can be on a very good path,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
of their career,
Right. Right.
because I
Absolutely.
look them in that way. I look them in
Absolutely.
a
Yeah.
yeah.
ठीक है Arif, I think we should conclude this because we are already like crossed the 1 hour mark,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
yeah,
Good.
that's it. So thank you Arif, thanks a lot for joining the podcast. Yeah, that's it. Okay Arif, bye bye, take care and have a good
Thank
night.
you, thank you, Souvik. Thank you for giving this opportunity, and yeah, good night to you too.
Okay, bye bye Arif.